Our school, Michael Nagar Shikhaniketan, government sponsored co-ed English medium higher secondary, has taken an excellent initiative in conducting online classes through YouTube channel. Even in this pandemic situation, our school did not step aback in providing and enhancing knowledge to the students. So it's a request to the viewers, please like, comment and subscribe.
Good morning students. We are meeting after a long period and today class 8 I will start a new chapter, chapter 8, and the name of the chapter is From Communalism to the Partition. How the rise of communalism led our country to get partitioned. Yes. Now, first, before starting the chapter, you must know what does the word communalism mean. Communalism is the feeling that the social, political and the economic interest of different communities are not only divergent but also hostile to each other. This feeling encouraged the formation of political parties on the basis of religion. Clear? And this unhealthy development threatened to tear the fabric of Indian unity. We all know that India is known for its unity, but this communalism led the country for partition. Now, during the Sultanate and the Mughal age, the Hindus and the Muslims, they stayed together side by side. They had a very friendly relation. We know that in 1857 the Hindus and the Muslims of Hindustan, at that period of time India was known by the name Hindustan, put up a unified resistance or protest against the British rule. Yet only 90 years after the revolt of 1857, the partition line passed over Punjab and Bengal. It took only 90 years and the partition line was passed over Bengal and Punjab provinces of Hindustan. The rise of communalism in colonial India, what happened in this? How there was the rise of communalism in India? Towards the end of 19th century, the Muslim communities, they lived in different parts of Indian subcontinent. The economic basis and the lifestyle of the Muslims varied from region to region, and in different region there was no evenness in Muslim population. Half of the total population of India, particularly in Bengal and Punjab, were Muslims, and the colonial government, they started identifying the Muslims as a religious community. A part of the Muslim population started considering themselves as religious community separately. Not all of them, only a part. They started themselves to be a separate religious community. From whom? From the Hindus. The colonial rulers, they started viewing Indian society in its part and not as a whole. From 1872 onwards, with the introduction of population census, that is the counting of population that takes place after every 10 years. While counting this census, the colonial government had assumed that the individuals' racial and religious identity, individual persons' religious and racial identity was the most important, and through the census assessment was made on each community on the basis of religion. So, religion became very prominent with the introduction of population census by the colonial government in India. And thus in colonial India, communal and religious identities gained predominance. Okay. So, at that period of time, it seemed to us that the British government was practicing secularism, but in education and in government jobs, it was the norm not to attach much importance to religion, but during the handling out of the benefits, religious identity was given much more emphasis. Though it seemed that there would be the religion would not be given much emphasis, but in practical sense it was given importance. And the government was the communal policy of the government was clear in the context of English language. In 1837, the English replaced Persian as the official language, but Muslims were not so educated in English. They were behind in securing government jobs and getting other benefits from the government since they were not educated. This led the Muslims to imagine at the end of the 19th century that they were deprived in comparison to the Hindus, as the Hindus had progressed far, because in the among the Hindus, most of the people at that period of time were also educated. In this period, in the name of Muslim interest, what was propagated was the interest of the educated Muslims. The uneducated and the poor Muslims were not considered. At that period of time also, the educated, the rich Muslims, their interest was only propagated, but not the interest of the poor peasants or any uneducated Muslims. Now, at that period of time, gradually a movement became popular, and that is known as the Aligarh movement. Okay. Now, the modernization of Muslim society began with Sir Said Ahmed. he developed the concept of modernization in the Muslim society, and this development took place with Sir Syed Ahmad's Aligarh movement. Sir Syed Ahmad. It was he who developed the concept of modernization in the Muslim community. He wanted to promote liberalism in Muslim society he wanted to promote liberalism in the Muslim society by mingling, means mixing Islamic theology, Islamic theories with the Western scientific knowledge. Yes, according to him, that if the Muslims are being educated in this path, then only the Muslim society can gain some knowledge. For that reason, he tried to promote liberalism by mingling Islamic theology with Western scientific knowledge. Sir Syed Ahmad was against creating communal disharmony between the two communities, that is between the Hindus and the Muslims. In answer to Hindu domination within British rule, Sir Syed Ahmad wanted the aristocratic and the educated Muslims to be self-reliant, and he wanted to create a community feeling among the Muslim students. Unless this is developed among the Muslim students, that the Hindus and the Muslim, they are brothers, without this feeling there cannot be any development. He tried to promote interest among Muslim students about the advantages of financial benefits which they could gain from the British rule. At Aligarh Mohammedan Aligarh Oriental College, Western philosophy coexisted with Islamic theology in the curriculum. This was being the curriculum where in the Aligarh Oriental College, Mohammedan Aligarh Oriental College, in the curriculum, the Western philosophy, it coexisted with Islamic theology. Sir Syed Ahmad had a different opinion from the Congress to the concept of race, though he was not anti-national. He considered the Congress, that is the National Congress, to be the representative of the Hindus in the to be the representative organization of the Hindu majority, because at that period of time also the National Congress, in the National Congress, most of the representatives were Hindus, but still he was not anti-national. He instructed the Muslims not to join the Congress. However, every Muslim was not in favor of this view of Sir Syed Ahmad, and the ulemas, they were religious, said They disliked Sir Syed Ahmad's idea of westernization. They feared losing their authority. These ulemas, they thought that they would lose their authority, and so spoke of Islamic and they spoke of universal of Islamic universality and individuality. And in 1898 Sir Syed Ahmad died, and soon Aligarh started to lose its importance. As soon as Sir Syed Ahmad died, the Aligarh movement and the Aligarh University and his college also started losing its importance, and as a center of Muslim politics, because Sir Syed Ahmad was the person who was behind the modernization of the Muslim society through his different policies. He tried to uplift the Muslims. Yes, and in the beginning of the 19th century, young leaders like Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali were deeply influenced by the ulemas. These two persons, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, they were deeply inspired by the ulemas. And in India, Islamic ideals gained predominance over the Muslim politics. 5 questions. What do you mean by communalism? Write the name of the person who was behind the modernization of the Muslim society. Who were ulemas? What curriculum was followed at the Aligarh Mohammedan Oriental College? And name 2 young Muslim leaders in the beginning of the 20th century. They are short type of questions, and if you go through the topic, you will be able to answer these questions. Thank you.
Subscribe. Click on the bell. Like, comment, share.